Hey everybody, greetings. It is me, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seeby. And what is up, all my people? Tonight is our class that we like to call Picture This. What is Picture This? Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph, a painting, what have you, any kind of image, thought-provoking image that lends itself to a chorus, to write a chorus. So the exercise of this class every week is to write a song chorus, because as we are all songwriters, you need fuel for writing, right? We need a theme. Sometimes staring at a blank piece of paper for 2 hours is not very fun. So back in class years ago, we developed this technique is when, you can't think of anything on your own, just conjuring up an image or a storyline. It's easier to kind of thumb through photographs or paintings or anything that catches your eye or piques your interest. Anything that, and the photograph tells some sort of a story. It's always kind of cool to have something like that, right? And that's what this class does. It's kind of a catalyst. The picture works as a catalyst to open your mind to start writing about something. Because many, many times I have been writing with somebody in a session, and they come over my house, and it takes them an hour and a half to get to my house. And by the time they get to my house, and they settle in, and they're comfortable, and I got them a cup of coffee or maybe something to drink, and we chit-chat for a few minutes, and then it's time to get really into the nitty-gritty of the whole reason why they're here. We start going, what would you like to write a song about? And they go, I don't know. Okay, so it's my job as the songwriter, chief songwriter, and producer to have at least a couple of ideas off to the side that might pique this person's interest. I don't know. Sometimes I'm writing with somebody for the first time. I don't know anything really about their style or what influences they have or whatever it is musically. But sometimes a photograph will just universally transport them to a place of creativity. And that's why I do this exercise. We have been doing this for years, and that's why I turned it into a YouTube video, because it was so successful for me anyway. And I've heard of other people doing similar things to this. Like, anything can be an influence, you guys. Like a movie, another song, hearing new music. God, boom, my mind starts firing off different cylinders, one after the other. Boom, firing on all cylinders, getting ready to write something. When I hear a song idea that I think is killer, it just sends me into a tailspin. I want to start writing something too. It just inspires me to want to write. Movies will do that to me as well. So many things. And that's why I really love this class. And I think that's why it's been so successful over the years, is because it really has delivered. And it's really nice, especially if somebody else is waiting on you to be the leader of the creative stride. They're looking to you. They're going to pay you money. So they're looking to you for answers, how to do this and how to do it well. And I think this is really a great springboard. It's a really great starting place. Like I said, it's really no fun when two people are staring at a blank piece of paper for a long time. It doesn't lend itself to creativity. Today I was, just starting my thought process for a Picture This. I had no idea about words or even what kind of picture I was looking for. So I just started going. So when I typed in thought-provoking images. Swear to God, thought-provoking images. And I went down the rabbit hole because when you first put that in, it shows literally pictures of people with thought-provoking, like they're like this with question marks. That's not what I'm looking for. So if you fall into that, you type in your Google search, thought-provoking images, that first drop will provide no results. I mean, it'll just be like pictures of people going like this with question marks around their head and things like that. That's not what I was looking for when I typed that in, because Google will literally take you for every single word you say exactly and try to give you a search for that. So you have to be creative in the way you ask Google questions. And that's a whole other class. We'll have another class on that. We'll have to do that one day at the studio. But today, I'm going to move forward in this process. So anyway, I'm going to show you the image that I finally decided on. I thought it was a great image. I thought it was really cool. I always go for things that are kind of, for me, they just say something to me. They jump out and smack me in the face and go, "Hey, Joe, look at me." And I always know when I'm looking through all the pictures which one I'm going to do. I don't know until I find it. So I'll scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll for an hour. I swear, I can scroll for an hour just looking at images. And then the one that just goes boom, that's the one I'll just go, yeah, I'm using that one. That's the one I'm going to use. Anyway, I'm going to show you the image right now. When we come back after you view the image, we'll talk about how I want you to begin the writing process for this, every exercise, but I want you to see the picture first. So without any hesitation, here is the photograph. Check it out. All right, so we're back. You saw the picture. It's like a silhouette. You know, it's not really the people. It's like their shadow or their outline. And it's a woman, like a puppeteer. You know what a puppeteer is, right? Someone that controls a puppet. And they have like looks like a cross. It's like a stick like this with strings on it. And those strings go to the arms and go to the legs to manipulate your movement of this puppet. And it looks to me like it's a woman controlling a man. So anyway, whenever you do this exercise, this is what I want you guys to do. And this is the way I do it. You don't have to do it the way I do it, but this is just a suggestion, okay? So what I do is I stare at that picture. Now, the beauty of having this on YouTube is you can pause this video when I show you the picture, because you might need way more longer time to study the picture. And I want you to study it. Not only study it, I want you to stare into it until you slip into a daydream where you're not even sitting here at this desk anymore. You're in the picture. And you're playing this little movie in your head, because that's what we all do. That's what imagination does. It moves you to the point of where you can visualize with your eyes closed what you just saw in the photograph, right? So this is how I want you to do it. Just try it. So I want you to pause this video. I want you to stare at that photograph until you slip into a daydream, okay? Take all the time you need. When you pull back and you realize you're back at your desk, that's when you grab your paper, okay? I want you to grab your paper, and I want you to write don't worry about rhyming yet. I don't want you to worry about that. I want you to just, like you're writing a grocery list, okay? Write down all the details of the photograph. Everything that's in the photograph, just write it down, okay? Like in this instance, right? It's kind of like, it's a weird color. It's not color picture. It's not quite black and white. It's like sepia tone. Have you ever heard of that saying? It's like the picture's kind of a sepia tone. You could write that down. Sepia tone image. Silhouettes of people, a man and a woman. The man is, kind of bent over a little bit, and the woman has her hand on her hip, and she's holding the strings, like, she's in control. Write all that stuff down, like, write everything that you see. Then I want you to write down under that everything that you saw in your little daydream up here, okay? And write everything down that you saw in your dream. And then try to rhyme things poetically. Of course, what you do is sometimes, you don't rhyme every word with every word, okay? You know how to write. Come on, guys. You've written hundreds of songs with me, so you know the process. So once you get to that level, start to use your words and rhyming and your imagination, okay? So right now, without further ado, I'm going to show you what I wrote to this. So I studied the picture, and of course, the little movie in my head said, okay, if this was a song, which of course it's going to be a song because you got to think in those terms, you got to give everybody kind of a universal motive, okay? So what I did was I put this picture in a relationship-wise power struggle in a relationship because she is manipulating him by holding the strings, right? That's a form of control. Now, for a puppet, it doesn't matter. It's not real. But we're not talking about real puppets. We're talking about a relationship or, a position of power between two people. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. But in my song, it's a relationship. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote based on this image. You ready? So here it is. Pulling the strings, I do as I'm told. Her power is strong, it never grows old. Treats me like a toy, I'm under her spell. She takes me to heaven, then leaves me in hell. That is my chorus for that picture. I'll read it one more time. Pulling the strings, I do as I'm told. Her power is strong, it never grows old. Treats me like a toy. I'm under her spell. She takes me to heaven, then leaves me in hell. Now, I don't have a melody for this yet, but I have the words. So that'll be for another day. But that's the lyrics that I wrote for my potential chorus. And I do hear melodies, but I haven't really tackled one yet. So anyway, because I just wrote it, like literally just, I was working on it for a couple hours, and then I thought once I was ready and I liked the chorus, let's crank up the video and start this class. So that's what I did. Anyway, guys, I can't wait to see what you write based on this picture, and the guidelines I gave you in order to write, I think, the best way to write or to get the best out of this exercise. Anyway, guys, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seavey. I love you guys. Be good. Take care of yourselves and everybody in your life. And I will see you soon. All right, guys. Love you. Peace.